In Oklahoma City area, middle school teacher has been honored as Oklahoma's Teacher of the Year for 2020. And as Ed Murray reports, the winner found herself in a place many students find themselves today.
2020 Teacher of the Year is Jenna Nelson, Deer Creek Public Schools.
I am the proud product of every single teacher that believed in me and pushed me to be more than my circumstances.
Public education saves lives. It's much more than a nice platform for our newest Teacher of the Year. It's a life lesson. Jenna Nelson was raised in horrible poverty. Admits she was angry, defiant, and lashed out as a teenager until an encounter with a teacher in Broken Bow.
I was actually off to make a pretty bad choice, and he intercepted me in the hallway and he said, "You need to take that energy and passion and put it in this classroom." And so I started taking drama classes. That became an outlet for me. It became a way for me to process everything that I was feeling, and it gave me a purpose.
A purpose and a grateful heart.
He's actually in this building right now. And that would have been my high school drama teacher, Mr. Stephen Smallwood, who was the 1996 Oklahoma Teacher of the Year. Without you, I would have been another statistic instead of the State Teacher of the Year.
But I think what she found in the program at Broken Bow was a place where she could be Jenna and be accepted for just being Jenna, and a place where she was safe and where she was happy.
And that's an environment Nelson creates every day in her composition and academic enhancement classrooms. Sometimes all it takes is a yellow pool noodle.
When I first started teaching, I actually was in an inner city school in Louisiana, and we had a situation where kids were having some pretty bad days. And so I would get a pool noodle, I would meet them at the classroom door, and at first start by just tapping them on the shoulder, say, "Welcome, I'm so glad you're here." Now we use it for everything. We have kinetic learning, we use it as a microphone, we use it to call on each other. It is just, it's a universal tool of awesomeness.
Awesomeness, a word frequently used to describe Nelson herself. Kennedy Porter, now a college graduate, needed that always available shoulder to cry on.
One day it had gotten a little too much, and so I was crying really hard, and she called my mom and said, "Karen, is it okay if I follow Kennedy home so that I can make sure she gets there okay?" And so I just think about it a lot, and there's not many teachers that care about you that much.
She truly reaches out and reaches the unreachable. She reaches all children and not only teaches them what they need to know, but inspires them to be something more than what they ever thought that they could be.
She can get that quiet kid that comes from a rough background and has learned to put up all kinds of defensive walls. She knows exactly how to break down those walls. She knows how to empower that kid and get that same kid to stand in front of his peers and perform slam poetry while we're at the back of the room with our jaws on the floor and there's not a dry eye in the house.
To be able to communicate, it's going to help them in the job force. It's going to be able to help them with whatever career that they choose or college. There's nothing more important than communication. And so we stress that. We use real-world applications in our writing classes. What gives me joy is when I know a kid is struggling and they are just working so hard to make a difference and to change things, and when they finally get it, that there's no greater pride and joy as a teacher.
And Nelson wants to spread that joy statewide as our Teacher of the Year.
And we need a revolution of morale in this state. And so I want to get in there, I want to help teachers, I want to help students, I want to help administrators figure out ways that we can keep these amazing teachers in Oklahoma so that we can rebuild this economy and make the state the best in the nation.
Coming from a life that did experience trauma is one that she knows, and is certainly one that resonates with lots of our school children. We can see how this has come into a very positive place, and it started with a teacher who really made the difference in the life of a child, and that can happen all across our state every day.
Just like it did at that pivotal moment in a hallway in southeast Oklahoma.
One of the things that I learned a long time ago in this profession, just don't quit before the miracle. Just don't quit before the miracle. And she's a true miracle.
Ed Murray, Oklahoma News Report.